Hello everyone, my name is Peter Moncrief and I'm so happy to spend a few moments with you today. Well listen, I have a very simple thought that I want to share with you. And that thought is, what you allow, you will accept. What you permit, it will persist. The truth of the matter is, you are the gatekeeper to your life. You are the gatekeeper to your life. You see, sometimes we take a back seat in our own lives. We begin to allow others to dictate what we do or when we do it or how we should feel about a particular subject because we're afraid to be ostracized. But we can't take a back seat in our own lives. We can't take a secondary role in the novels and in the stories of our lives. We've got to be front and center. We've got to be the main character because we have got to decide what happens. You are the gatekeeper of your life. Sometimes we begin to wonder, how did I get here? How? After dreaming, after scheming, after all the sagacity, after everything, all of the things that were going on here, the engineering, the trying, the planning, how did I end up here? There are certain things that you allow, and I'm going to talk about that real quickly. What you allow, you will accept. You see, because you're the gatekeeper of your own life, if you allow a person, if you allow a thought or a system or people or things to come into your life that don't benefit where you are going, that don't benefit you as a person, as a being of light, if it doesn't benefit you and you allow that thing to come into your life, soon it will become so normal to you that you will now begin to accept it. That's the normalcy and the fallacy of normalcy. It will become normal. We think that because it's normal, we should accept it. No! Just because it's normal doesn't mean you accept it. What it means is when you see something that's normal, you question it. Is it normal for me, or should I be doing something else? What you will allow, at some point, you will accept. What you permit, it will persist. It will persist down the road because you allowed it to come into your life. You permitted it. You gave it access. You said, come on in. Doubt, come on in. Self-loathing, come on in. That person who doesn't affirm you at all, doesn't give you constructive criticism at all, just keeps on talking you down and tearing you down, and you say, come in. Well, you permit that into your life. And when you permit that into your life, then it begins to persist. And now you've got to uproot that stuff, and you got to go through all kinds of change. I want to talk to you about 3 things that I think is going to help you move your life forward very quickly. I want you to see it now. Woo! I want you to see it now. I want you to see it now. Even if you're not living in it now, I want you to see it now. Listen, what you magnify is what you will manifest. What you magnify is what you will manifest. If you magnify in your life, woe is me, I'm always last, I always come second, I'm not good enough. If you magnify that, then that's what you'll manifest. That's what people will see. That's what will be in your business. That's what will be in your family. That's what will be in your relationships, because you are magnifying something. You are saying that this is who you are, even though you know that's not who you are. See, God made the universe in a way that the universe bends to our will. What we say is that's going to be our reality. That's what Jesus said. As a man thinketh, so is he. He shall have whatever he says. The universe will bend to what you say. And if you manifest and if you magnify that, that's what will become your reality. What you focus on, that's going to become your fact. So you got to tell yourself a different story. You got to tell yourself a different story. Les Brown said, want shows up in conversation. Want shows up in talk. But expectation shows up in behavior. You got to start doing something. You got to get out there and get busy. And don't worry about the naysayers, because the naysayers are always going to be around. But guess what? You got to start pushing. You got to start believing. You got to start going. You got to start moving your next level, because want shows up in conversation. My goodness, my want shows up in conversation, but expectation shows up in behavior. 3 things that I want you to do to see it now, real quickly, in the next 30 seconds. Number 1, ask into it. Not why me, but try me. Ask into it. The quality of your questions determine the quality of your life. Number 2, act into it now. Ask into it now. Act into it now. In other words, do it like you are already there. If you were speaking to 1 million people, how would you prepare? Well, while you're speaking to 5, that's how you prepare. If you were an NBA athlete right now, how would you be practicing? Well, that's how you'd be practicing right now. And number 3, ascend into it now, meaning embody it. Embody the totality of that thing right now. Be it, think it, drink it, sleep it, smell it, every single waking moment. Let it completely consume you and ascend into that thing. And you will become a legend. You will become great, because you have found a way to bend the universe to your will. You have had the faith, the trust in God to know that you have the ability, you have the nobility, you have the royalty to become everything God has promised you to be. And that's going to be your next level. God bless you.